OMG!
OMG. Have you ever wondered why they do that? And the people around them seems not to care.
Is it really okay? And what is the sense of those warnings? OMG! Or they just love to read it in reverse. Sometimes, even though they know the right thing to do, they still do the things which is far from being right, but they will surely reverse it to make it right, even though they are aware that it's wrong. Still, they do it anyway.
Filipino reading in reverse, dirty actions on its best.
OMG!
I'm Princess, a Filipino, and a woman who is confidently beautiful with a book. And join me as I discover things about bakit baliktad magbasa ng libro ang mga Pilipino ni Bob O.
OMG! Is about how Filipinos weaken their own country by playing dirty in every aspect of life. At work, at home, in the government, and even in the community. It's the nature of humans to commit a mistake, but not to the extent that they do consciously in many times, right? That is how this book and others see Filipinos. It hurts to know that that's what they are. But the truth really hurts. And when we get hurt, we became aware and we care about our actions. And that's the goal for our vlog. It's for Filipinos to get enlightened and erase this very bad norm. OMG! Filipinos are not all the same. But that doesn't mean that they're different from one another. They are reflections of one another. No matter how one good Filipino keeps on doing good, once others don't do the same, and majority keeps on playing dirty, you will look dirty. Filipinos looks dirty. The book presented it clearly. But the good thing about this book is that the ideas are presented in a friendly approach. It's really a reader-friendly book. And to be honest, I enjoyed reading it. And I am not hurt at all. Maybe because of its genre. Because I really love humors. And who doesn't? OMG! So for your own sake, I'll be a spoiler for today.
Not tomorrow. Not the day after tomorrow. But today,
I'll give you the plot of this fantastic book. OMG!
at the first part of this novel,
It presents a dialogue between a foreigner boss and a Filipino worker. In this part, the foreigner points out why Philippines remains to be poor. The author creatively showed how dumb Filipino is. Like joining a game show and repeatedly lose because of dumb answers. And he also cited how we think differently from the other countries. How backward it is without offending us. But instead, it makes us laugh because we know for a fact that it's true. OMG! And in the middle part of this book, it began to show the conflicts of Juan de la Cruz, also known as the Filipinos. And those articles from bobongpinoy.com helps the author to explain the struggle on what was really happening in our country. The problem is not the other country who underestimate us, causing us to be miserable. But it's Juan de la Cruz. He is his own enemy here. OMG! Samantala, wala pa rin malinaw na lunas sa sakiting bansa at walang pumapansin sa nag-aapoy nitong lagnat at walang gustong magbigay ng that was good, huh? That part was in the ending part, which is my favorite part as well. The conflict that sums up all the problems presented was revealed in this part. And the way the author wrote it is that he wants to leave something that will cause us to think and make an action. It's like it's not yet the ending part, because the part where he put the scene from the novel of Rizal means that the ending part is in our hands. There is still hope, and that is what we lack. Hope that our country will change in a good way, if we will just think, and if realization will hit us. Bam! Like that. OMG! We Filipinos should wake up. Not all the times there will be someone that will remind us of what we lack as a citizen of our country. We should help the Philippines to grow. We should fight and not put disgrace on our country. The happenings in the novel still exist in today's time, despite of the fact that it was way back in 2001 when the book was published. In that span of time, did Juan de la Cruz change? It's a good question that this novel brought up. It's like a signal for us to think and get alarmed to act now. I like how the author talks about the sensitive topics that will not offend anyone. The style that he used was really reader-friendly. It's up on the reader if you will believe or not. It is not force. And the metaphors, irony, etc. was used effectively. The way it was covered and published was really witty and creative. Just look at this. If I were going to read this, it should be like this, right? Enable for me to understand what was written in the book. But if I'm going to let you see what I'm doing, it looks like I'm the one who read this reversely. That's why I think this book catch my attention at the very first. And if I'm going to rate this, it would be 1 out of 10. Why? Because we Filipinos love to read in reverse. I hope that you will read my rating as 1 being the highest and 10 being the lowest. That's why I give this book as 1.
Because it's number 1. And guys, I'm not forcing you to read, but
Telling you, it's a big loss if you didn't.
OMG! To be honest guys, I am not a fan of reading. Not until this book came into my life. This kind of masterpiece will prove my definition of the 21st century literature. That the literature of today is like a laughter, which made the best medicine. 21st century literature is the best medicine for loneliness, for answers, for satisfaction, and for you. You. I believe that the literature from the 21st century will survive the test of time. And when the next generation comes, they will see that the literature is not just on its good, not just on its better, but the best that it can be. OMG! And just so you know, I will not be able to discover a lot of masterpiece if it's not because of the 21st century literature class. I'll give you a plot of it. In the beginning, I thought that it will be boring since I am not a kind of person who is interested in literature. But with all honesty, I can say that this class helps me to discover this side of mine. This best side of mine. Every day is a fruitful day. I don't know, but every time 21st century literature class will end, I feel some satisfaction. It feels like I am the brightest person in the world as I attend Miss Camille's class. I will cherish 21st century literature class a lot. Thanks to Miss Camille for making this class the best, for teaching a lot of lessons that we can use in the outside world. She once said that when you create something, you must create it thinking that you're not just doing it on this generation. And I want to share it with you guys. Before we end this vlog, this vlog that will surely survive the test of time as I create it thinking that it is not just on this generation.
For today,